let's meet the starting lineup for...
Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Herb Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Vassell in at the 2. Blocked! Now here's Murray. Pass to Lively. The 3. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Lively.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Quickly. Murray with it from deep. That shot off the mark. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Murray against Vassell. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. In transition. Quickly against Murray. Portis outside. It's Beal on the wing. Back to Portis. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Murray. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Murray against Quickly. Here's Portis. Now Sabonis. Over Lively. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fellow whatsoever.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle. No debate there. He got hammered.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Raptors.
First free throw is good. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. Murray scanning the floor. Here's Sabonis. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Toronto, things stacking up nicely for them so far. Number 1 in their conference and looking formidable. And check it out, the Pistons. They currently find themselves down in the bottom of the conference. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Murray passes to Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Lively. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Derek Lively at such a young age, such a good screener, and then gets to open space and finishes. Everything you want from a young big.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. The Pistons, third.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
Beal outside. stand on it.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
Pass to Vassell. Back to Jones. Outside Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Portis outside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lively. Vassell outside. Now here's Murray, guarded by Quickly. Jones against Beal. Back to Jones. Pass to Vassell. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Portis.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Beal, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Herb Jones picks one up. Over the last few years, Bradley Beal has had an unfortunate string of injuries, Doris.
B.A., that's putting it mildly. If you go back to the 2019 season, he hasn't played more than 60 games since that year. Obviously, when he's healthy, this is one of the great shooters and ball-handling guards in the league. He has the physical stature and ability to be outstanding on the defensive end. It's just hard watching him get robbed of so many of these prime years.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Outside Murray. Pass to Beal. Portis outside. Beal with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Portis for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. And he's going for the lob. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Clark is checked in for Toronto. McConnell comes in for Murray.
One shot.
One shot. And Beal, no good on that one. And we're getting a little deeper into the season now, Doris. For teams off to slow starts, how do they kick it into gear?
I think the answer, VA, is probably contingent on what is at the core of the problem. Did you start the season with injuries? Are there young players on your roster who now are expected to fulfill greater roles? I mean, so much goes into getting into a rhythm and a role. One of the things you have to know is, does the system fit the personnel we have? And if one of those two things don't mesh, something has to give.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Caldwell Pope's checked in for the Pistons.
Number 7, Octavius Caldwell Pope.
And it's Detroit with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Jerome attacking. On the wing quickly. And there's a pick. Shoots over McConnell. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Clark, the pass to McConnell. Shot clock at 6. 14 feet away. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Jerome passes to Quickly. Jones against Caldwell Pope uses the glass to finish the layup.
What a snappy pass from Quickly, straight to the open teammate.
And here are the Raptors now, leading by 5.
Come get it.
Now McConnell. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Walker, he's checked in for Toronto. Wallace comes in for Vassell.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Here's Jerome. No points so far. Here's Quickly. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Toronto leading by 8. Right side, Walker. Wallace misses. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Jerome. Watch by Wallace. Can't get it to fall. The Raptors have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. McConnell outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. And so it's Detroit with it. Toronto making their last shot. Bassey, the pass to Quickly. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Quickly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
That's about activity, determination, Quickly finishing strong.
1:44 left to play in the first. Wallace outside. Takes a 3. Nails it from 3. And the Raptors lead by 13.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Bassey, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
And he drops the first. And though they've had a lot of high draft picks, Grant, the Pistons are still fitting everything together.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of rebuilding teams go through struggles, and then suddenly everything clicks. But you have to have experience mixed in with the youth.
Toronto making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
No good from outside.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Jerome on the wing. Still no points. Quickly passes to Bassie. Right side, Caldwell Pope. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on T.J. McConnell.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
And he makes a first. Well, Emmanuel Quickley is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile.
And Quickley drops them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. From down in the low post, it goes. Antetokounmpo has got 13.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Quickly, Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Toronto. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Pistons trail by 13. Domantas Sabonis out there with Nesmith. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Abaji. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And the Pistons shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Outside Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's gotten a second bucket on the night.
We've seen Murray raise his game. Part of it is an increase in toughness, the ability to score when it's not simple.
Now here's Williams. The D's right on him. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Caldwell-Pope with it. Watch by Wallace. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Murray. Beal with it. Picked by Murray. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Beal's got 7 points in the game.
No, this is an example of where he's grown. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll.
To the inside. Here's Sasser. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Murray. Three-pointer. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Raptors lead by 10. To the paint. Lively with the bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Now here's Beal, tightly guarded, deflected. Sasser outside.
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Outside Neesmith for 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Neesmith's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Portis is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And taking a look at the 2K leaderboards, here are the top wing defenders in the game. Opportunistic and never afraid to go after steals. You take a look at Jones, active hands. He's second in the NBA in steals.
And if you're an opposing small forward, this might also double as a list of the most irritating players in the league. Because when you tackle them head-to-head, it's on.
Yeah, defense a huge point of emphasis for each of them. And it doesn't matter whether they're on the ball, as the steals suggest, or off the ball situations either. They are as active a group of defenders as you're going to see.
Clock at 6. Murray against Beal. And again, Toronto no good. Pistons trail by 11. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Outside Jones, back to Murray. Clark with a screen on Beal. Inside. And Clark gets it to go on the assist by Murray. Clark's got his first basket.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Portis for 3. Rebound Toronto. Left side Jones. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
That's good from Jones. Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Batum is checked in for Toronto. Good on both. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Portis outside. Here's Neesmith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Brandon Clark. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your Pistons, Neesmith. Aaron Neesmith, 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Toronto leading by 11. And here's Sasser. Jones with a screen on Beal. Here's Sasser. He takes it in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Pass to Portis. That one falls, coming off Beal's feed. Portis has got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Sasser drives in. Missed inside.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. For the Pistons, Massey, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Jerome comes in for Beal, and quickly subbed in for Jamal Murray. Pistons trail by 10. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Portis against Clark. Now here's Portis. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 5. The three from Quickly. Sinks it. Now 2 of 7 on the night.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Toronto leading by 7. McConnell with it. Clark with a screen on Quickly. McConnell passes to Clark. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. Clark's got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
To the middle, and stolen by McConnell. Here's Wade. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for the Raptors, Wade. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Walker, he's checked in for Batum. That one misses. Pistons trail by 9. Quickly outside, pass to Jerome. Fires the 3, and Detroit another 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Raptors have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. And here's Clark. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Aaron Nesmith picks one up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Clark. Brandon Clark. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Detroit making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And he's good on the second. Now here's Quickly. 7 points in the game. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Massey, good. Massey's got his first 2 points of the night.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
McConnell outside. Outside Walker. Down low. Here's Clark. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Third personal foul. Team.
He's made one and missed one so far at the line. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Toronto.
Clark. Brandon. Clark. One shot.
The free throw drops for Clark.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Here's Jerome. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Walker against Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Portis outside. Pass to Quickly. From outside the arc. Vassell with the rebound.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Quickly against McConnell. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Trailing by 10. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Vassell finds Antetokounmpo. Now here's Walker. 4-3. Vassell outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Vassell's shot is good.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Quickly against McConnell to the paint. Walker with a steal. And now the Raptors on the break. Jumps up, and the jam by Walker.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Portis' shot is off.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Walker passes to Antetokounmpo. From behind the arc. No good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More 2K action in just a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Let's hear it for
Offensively, they can post you, drive it, run cutters. They're living large in that painted area.
And the defense has tried to pack it in a little, but those guys just keep coming.
All right. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
So for the Raptors right now, we've got Devin Vassell, Herb Jones out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Lively in at the 5, roaming the paint. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. He's so fast and supremely confident.
And Murray drops them both. Toronto leading by 11. Vassell outside. Back to Murray. Lets it fly. And it's Toronto with another.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Detroit has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Pass to Portis. Beal outside. The 3 is up. Lively grabs a miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And here is Antetokounmpo, hounded by Beal. They kick it out to Murray. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trail by 13. Here's quickly. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Always a ton of activity, lots of energy with Quickly. This guy's so tough to cover.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Quickly, Emmanuel. Quickly, 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, think about this, guys. Early in his career, Quickly finished second in 6th Man of the Year voting. He's also proven he can be a capable starter in this league. That's big-time value.
And quickly drops them both. Raptors lead by 11. Antetokounmpo outside. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, man. Murray not hesitating to put on a little show at the defense's expense.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Beal outside. To the inside, Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Pass to Lively, launches a 3, and DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Pistons trail by 11. Outside Murray. Here's Beal. Back to Murray. 6 to shoot. Portis with a screen on Vassell. Murray from outside. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Murray. Drives to the hoop. An easy 2 on the layup. Murray's got 6 points in the quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Keeping us all in motion.
Neesmith Smith, he's checked in for Detroit. Wallace, he's checked in for Toronto. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. In third, the Raptors.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Beal surveying the D. The three is up. He buries it from three. Beal's got 10 points in the game.
Well, some guys over the course of their career just keep developing, and Bradley Beal came in as a sweet shooter, and he continues to...
Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Outside Murray. Back to Beal.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
This will be his third trip to the free throw line.
Bradley Beal, 2 shots.
That free throw no good.
And guys, we all know when Bradley Beal is healthy, he has a problem. It's a combo guard you're looking at, considerable range and playmaking ability.
And the second free throw is good. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Jerome's checked in for Quickly.
Once again, pick it up for your Pistons dance team.
Pistons trail by 11. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Back to Nesmith, and stolen by Williams. Here's Abaji. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Jerome. Sasser defending. Jerome passes to Sabonis. And here's Beal. Back to Sabonis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Derek Lively.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, it's such a pleasure to watch Domantas Sabonis play the game. Yes, he's got absolutely God-given talent, but he also has an incredible understanding and feel for the game, and he plays it the right way.
So he gets them both. Raptors lead by 11. Now Sasser. Lively with a screen on Murray. Here's Sasser. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Sasser's got 6 points. And it's Detroit with the ball. Pass to Murray. Soft touch catch off the glass.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And here is Williams. He's scoreless. Here's Abaji. Williams, a screen on Beal. Into the lane.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Pass to Murray. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
Bassey, he's checked in for Detroit. Caldwell Pope comes in for Murray. The Raptors also with a sub. Clark's checked in. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Watched by Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Picked by Sabonis. This one for 3. Rebound Toronto. Here's Abaji. 6 points for him. Pass to Wallace. Now Williams. Launches it. And the basket by Abaji. Agbaji's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Caldwell Pope with it. Here's Bassey. Williams defending. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Raptors lead by 14. All right, let's find out the news on Emmanuel quickly. Allie, what's the update?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons head athletic trainer. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. Rotations, game plans, and minute distribution will all need to be readjusted while he's out of the lineup.
All right, Allie, thanks. Well, we're all hoping he gets healthy quickly, guys.
Yes, we do. And these trainers are so good at what they do. Hopefully, they'll be able to get him back on the court soon. The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Wallace outside. Pass to Sasser. Bassey pulls it in.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Sabonis with it. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Jerome. And Detroit again with the bucket.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Williams in the post. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for the Raptors, Williams. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Raptors with some changes. Wright comes in for Wallace. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Sasser. And Williams drops them both. And so it's Detroit with it. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Bassey. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Bassi. 6 points for him. 4 on the clock. Here's Sabonis. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got 4 rebounds now. Raptors lead by 14. Inside, here's Williams. And the layup falls. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Pass to Bassi. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Jerome. He's got 5. Takes the 3. Fires in the triple. Jerome's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
McConnell outside. Right outside. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Pistons making a change here. Portis is checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Walker, he's checked in for Abaji. Detroit on D. Trailing by 13. Williams a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Shot clock at 6. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. 4th, the Raptors.
Any chance this team gets to run, they take. A quick, athletic team on the break.
DeLon Wright, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
Bradley Beal, he's checked in for the Pistons. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Toronto. And he sinks the second. Pistons trail by 14. 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Portis. Beal outside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Beal's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, Bradley Beal works so hard to find the opportunities on the offensive end. He knows he's responsible to carry the load.
Vassell against Beal. To the inside. Here's Wright. Detroit with a rebound. Bassi's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Walker against Beal. Portis with a screen on Walker. 2 on the clock. Beal's shot is off. And so it's the Toronto Raptors now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Raptors lead by 12. They've got Bobby Portis. Ty Jerome is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Bassi in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now the Raptors on the break. Walker against Beal. Counted. And the Raptors lead by 14.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
Here's Jerome. He's marked by McConnell. Murray for 3. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Over to the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam slam by Antetokounmpo.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek Freak is on fire.
Here's Portis. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Walker. Throws it up high. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Bassi. Outside Murray. 5 to shoot. From 10 feet away. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
McConnell passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to McConnell. Antetokounmpo outside. Vassell, a screen on Portis. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Toronto with another.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Beal. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Boy, when Beal's effective inside, he can change the tenor of the game for his team.
Vassell outside. Antetokounmpo outside. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's McConnell. Outside Walker. He shoots. The rebound by Detroit. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Lively inside. Portis on him. Lively finds Vassell. Antetokounmpo outside. From the arc. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Jerome. He's marked by McConnell. Portis with a screen on McConnell. Here's Jerome. Portis outside. Shoots over Lively. Portis' shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And he makes it. And the Raptors lead by 17.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Portis. Looking to get back on track, and the jumper falls for him.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Here's Walker, and that one's good. Nice pass to set him up.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Pass to Murray. From 10 feet away. The shot no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
To the middle. It's picked off. And now the Pistons in transition. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And once the break is on, Murray gets involved, putting himself in the right position to score.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Bassi. Williams is checked in for Toronto. Jones comes in for Walker. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Jerome. It's Beal on the wing. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. Portis with the steal. Pass to Jerome. And there's a 3-second violation.
I think that's going to stick with him for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Now Antetokounmpo. Over Portis. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Jerome passes to Sabonis. And here's Murray. Sabonis with a screen on Vassell. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And he lobs it up. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Vassell against Murray. There's the drive. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Jerome. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Raptors. McConnell outside. Outside Jones. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Beal against Jones. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Jerome. Portis with a screen on Williams. To the paint. Second chance shot. Portis gets the bucket.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Outside Jones. Portis against Antetokounmpo. Williams a screen on Portis. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo has got 32 points.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Detroit calls timeout. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter here. For the Pistons, Bassi, he's checked in for Portis, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Jerome. Wright's checked in for Toronto. Sasser comes in for McConnell. .133 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Bassi. Williams defending. Beal against Jones. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. Three-pointer, Beal, good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Raptors.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Sasser drives in. Rebound Detroit. 34 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on DeLon Wright.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for 2, Contavious Caldwell Pope.
And he drops him first. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Abaji. Outside Jones. The 3-ball. Can't hit that one. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's why we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now, time for our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of...
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And the Pacers start off with the ball. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Hunter is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
Gafford against Allen.
And it's sent back by Allen.
And it's McCollum off the drive. And that one's good, Morant.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Pelicans. 4-point game. Brown deciding where to go with it. Over McCollum. Rebounded by Allen.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Morant outside. Here's Wiggins. Pelicans pull it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Well, we're watching a special guy here. Morant with a nose for the ball, and on the break, he is a great finisher.
Stolen by Allen. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Yeah, for some reason, McCollum has always flown under the radar, but he's a constant threat to score 20-plus points, and he does it efficiently. Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. Now, he said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we signed up for. This is what we love, to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Higgins outside. Back to Morant. Pass to Sohan. Just 5 to shoot. Allen, a screen on Hachimura. And it's Sohan missing. Pelicans trail by 5. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, give Hunter credit. Nice job staying aggressive and earning the foul call.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And both free throws good for Hunter.
Look, he's a lengthy wing who can defend multiple positions and space the floor. Hunter has a lot of value in this league.
And the basket is good. Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about the agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text. When a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team, that is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, and fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later, but NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing 2 things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best.
For Allen. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Pass to Brown. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Pacers leading by 5. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
The Pelicans have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And he knocks down the first one. Butler, he's checked in for the Pacers. Hachimura hits them both. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 3-point lead. Hunter against Wiggins. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Over Brown. Pelicans with the rebound. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
Now, Sohan. McCollum outside. Butler passes to McCollum. Indiana moving it around. Screen by Allen. To the middle. Sohan finds Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Hey, if you want Sohan to play point forward for you, he can certainly do that.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA and to a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looking at, but thank you for your honesty in that. Down low, Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Checked in for Allen. Jabari Smith comes in for Sohan. And it's Connect in for Wiggins. Payton looking it over. Pass to Beasley. Jackson setting the pick here for Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Back to McCollum. Here's Connect from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got his third assist on the night. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
No good on the free throw.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what Buzelis brings to the floor.
Good on the second free throw. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Wizards. Butler against Melton. Pass to connect. Indiana moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Smith, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Melton with the ball. Beasley with the screen on Butler. Here's Melton. And he drops it in from the low post. Pacers leading by 3. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 7 points. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Pass to Buzelis. Drives to the hoop. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Look at the moves from Buzelis. The big fella showing great quickness on the attack.
Butler on the way. He's guarded by Melton. Smith kicks to McCollum. Connect with a wide open look. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. And Indiana making a change here. Sohan's checked in.
For the Pacers, number 8, Jeremy Sohan.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum against Beasley. Jackson a screen on McCollum. Beasley for 3. That one doesn't drop. It's a tie game in Indiana. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great.
With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, BA, I think being on the road again in general. Making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Now here's Gafford. Pass to Hunter. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Hunter's gotten his first bucket of the night.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
So the Pelicans 5 right now. Daniel Gafford is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Isaac Okoro. And it's Brown in a shooting guard. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Now here's Smith. He's got 5. Allen finds Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up to the New Orleans Pelicans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And you know, Clark, Fred VanVleet gives you a number of things. leadership might be the most important.
It is certainly one of his great attributes, B.A., when you look at Fred VanVleet. Not very big, not super athletic, but a winner, tough-minded, and highly skilled. Doesn't make mistakes with the ball, gets other people's shots, and has proven to be a clutch and consistent quarterback at a really high level.
And here's New Orleans now, after the basket by Indiana on the other end. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Here's Connect. In his last outing, 8 points for him. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And Morant drops them both. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Now here's VanVleet. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Brown. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jabari Smith. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Sohan's checked in for Indiana. He does not get the second one. And a deep run for the Pacers in last season's playoffs, Clark.
A very impressive run, B.A., and even though it didn't end the way they wanted it to, you've got to factor in the experience they got is something to build on. And you look at the nucleus of this club, I mean, they've got a great combination of youth and experience and potential. So I would think the trend continues north going forward.
Now here's Brown. He's got 12. Second shot opportunity. Cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
Pass to Connect. From 12 feet. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. New Orleans leading by 8. Hunter with the ball. Now here's VanVleet. From downtown. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Stolen by Gafford. And it's the Pelicans on the break. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a quick look at how New Orleans' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis, going up against the Grizzlies.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Good on the second, so he makes them both. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Now here's Morant. Oh, there's the alley! And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, Allen always a threat, especially when you give him room to run. He's capable of banging it home.
VanVleet against Morant. Now here's VanVleet. He's covered closely. Hunter lays it in without an inch of room around him. Hunter's got 7.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
VanVleet against Morant. And blocked. one goes careening off the glass. Van Vliet outside. Down low. And it's Gafford missing.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Morant, the pass to Allen. Now Wiggins. Oh, look at Wiggins rising inside.
Boy, Wiggins does it in so many different ways. That scoring versatility of his, special. This time he got it done in the painted area.
Outside, Brown. Over connect. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Van Vliet. He's got 18.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Morant. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Van Vliet, the pass to Brown. And Brown rising high for the finish.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Morant looking around. Here's connect. The Pelicans pull it in. Last time they met was in New Orleans.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Outside Hunter. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Hunter. Outside, Brown. The three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Wiggins. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And here's Gafford. Pass to Van Vliet. Kick out to Brown. Puts up a three. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wiggins, and the step-back jumper is good. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter.
A main area of emphasis for Wiggins moving forward has to keep knocking it down from the mid-range.
Okoro outside. And here's Brown for 3, and Brown knocking down the triple.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys, and now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
Sohan outside. Morant against Van Vliet. Pass to connect. Back to Morant. Nice move. Morant elevates at the rim.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Now here's Hunter. Sohan covering. Gafford the screen. Here's Brown. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Morant, the pass to Sohan. Wiggins outside. Pass to Sohan. Outside Morant. The 3. Gafford grabs the miss.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Van Vliet, the pass to Hunter. Outside, Brown. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Pacers trail by 12. Wiggins outside. 50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Back to Morant. And Gafford with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Gafford. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Seconds left to play in the second quarter. A nice shot by Butler.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Payton against McCollum. Brown scanning the floor. Here's Payton. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Morant pass to Butler. Morant against Brown. Morant with it. Puts up a deep three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for New Orleans. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. 28 points in this one. We'll be right back.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
I think for the Pacers, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they can eat.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it. And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
New Orleans leading by 9. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end, and there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Andrew Wiggins is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jared Allen, and it's Morant in at point guard. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Morant with the close-range bucket.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Outside, Brown. Gafford with a screen on McCollum. And here's Brown for 3. Goes back up. Gafford. Indiana with a rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wiggins with it. And it's Hunter picking him up. Wiggins passes to Morant. Back to Wiggins. Allen with a screen on Hunter. Wiggins gets a step. And that one hits the back iron. New Orleans in the lead. Hunter on the wing.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Hunter. And so he makes both from the line.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Sohan outside. Fires for three. Hunter with the rebound. The Pelicans lead by 11. It's Brown on the wing. Van Vliet against Morant. Pass to Brown. Gafford with a screen on McCollum. 5 on the clock. Brown, no good.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And stolen by Brown. Clock at 6. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It's time for If you see yourself on the big screen.
And the Pacers making a change here. Smith's checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Melton's checked in.
Find the lane.
And the free throw, no good.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. Morant on his way. Rebounded by New Orleans. Gafford's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Morant against Van Vliet. With the second effort, Brown can't hit.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Morant, the pass to Smith. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 8 assists in the game.
And there's the length of Smith at work, playing big on the interior.
And the third pick in 2022, Jabari Smith Jr., he struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league. That's the aggressive side of Wiggins, taking it up inside, inviting, embracing, and taking on the foul.
First free throw is good. The Pelicans making a switch here. Okoro's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You know, it's interesting. Some people say Wiggins should play meaner, but to me the most important thing is that he improves his overall game every year.
Now here's Van Vliet. Melton on the wing. Smith with the rebound. Pacers trail by 12. For 3, McCollum. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Jackson. Okoro outside. Melton against Allen. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
The ability to play the one makes Melton valuable. He finds teammates when they're in good position.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Some changes for Indiana. Sharp, he's checked in for Allen. Connect comes in for Wiggins. And Butler is subbed in for Morant. Connect, and he dumps it down.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Now here's Hayes. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. McCollum against Melton. Back to Hayes. 4 on the clock. It as the shot clock ticks down. Hayes has got 5 points. Here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Outside Butler. Buzelis grabs the board.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, nice play by Buzelis, breaking down the defense and finding his team a shot.
Smith outside. McCollum against Melton. McCollum on the left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 13 points in the game.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
McCollum against Melton. Lets it fly. And it's Connect with a rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Butler. Here's McCollum. There's the three. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Melton against McCollum. Sohan's checked in for Indiana.
Third team foul. Onto the court for the Pacers, number 8, Jeremy Sohan.
McCollum against Melton. The shot by Buzelis is no good. And it's Butler with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Smith. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Sharp. And the deficit down inside single digits.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
New Orleans leading by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Indiana has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. McCollum against Melton. And stolen by Jackson. Melton outside. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Counted from distance. Melton's got 8 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Well, another thing to look at is their impressive block numbers. They have not been giving shooters an easy time tonight, knocking away lots of shots.
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. And that one misses.
Yeah, now a veteran in the league, McCollum's combo guard style of play is valuable to this team.
Here's Buzelis. McCollum defends. Shot clock at 6. Hunter with the ball. Now Sharp defending. Off target from 3-point range. Pacers trail by 10. Smith outside. McCollum outside. Pass to Sharp. McCollum with it. And McCollum slams it in.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Now here's Melton. Give him 8 points now. Hunter passes to Jackson. Stolen by Sharp. And here's the fast break. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Indiana making a switch here. Morant's checked in. Gafford, he's checked in for New Orleans. Brown comes in for Melton. The free throw is off for Smith.
And the number 3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, Smith Jr.'s ceiling is considered to be very high.
Now here's Peyton. He's got 5. Gafford with a screen on Butler. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Here's Brown. Look at Brown battling for the extra possession.
They're not rolling like they were earlier. The bucket's a little harder to come by.
Yeah, the game has a bit of a different texture than it did just a little bit ago. Suddenly, that lead is not looking as comfy and cozy as it once did.
And so it's New Orleans finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead, just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for the Pelicans right now, Fred VanVleet out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Buzelis in at the 3, the small forward.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Butler. Now Sharp. And Gafford with the block. And he gets it back. Sharp, a screen on Brown. Tries again. Pelicans cleared away. Fast break. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Punch, that was.
bad intentions. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pacers trail by 10. Now Now here's Sohan. Sharp, a screen on Hunter. Back to Sharp. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Butler against Brown. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Hunter. Here's Buzelis, pounded by Wiggins. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by Hunter. Hunter's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Now here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Morant. Rebound by Van Vliet. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for New Orleans. They lead by 11. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him.
The first free throw is good.
An NBA champion and All-Star. Fred Van Vliet's a guy every team wants because he's fun to play with and he plays the game the right way and with passion.
Jared Allen, he's checked in for Indiana. C.J. McCollum comes in for Butler. Jackson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws, good from Van Vliet.
And the big X factor Van Vliet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys.
Now here's Morant. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. 14 feet away, and the shot goes in. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Morant, the pass to Sohan. Wiggins from long range. Wiggins for the triple.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch and shoot game, too.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Brown. Gafford with a screen on McCollum. And here's Brown for 3. And the dunk by Gafford.
And we've seen Brown take strides as a playmaker out of the pick and roll.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Gafford. Outside, Brown. Pass to Hunter. Pulls it. Brown can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
But, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins with the power game inside.
Well, that was quality defense, but Wiggins showing off tremendous athleticism, able to overcome that defense.
Van Vliet, the pass to Hunter. Jackson with a screen on Wiggins. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Pacers trail by 14. Morant, the pass to Sohan. Here's the 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Van Vliet outside. Back to Brown. They double team Brown. Jackson outside. Gafford passes to Van Vliet. Shoots over Morant. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Gafford. And the Pelicans lead by 16. Sohan outside. Takes it inside. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Now here's Gafford. Outside, Brown. There's the triple. The rebound by Wiggins.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's McCollum with the three. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Gafford. And here's Hunter, hounded by Wiggins. And finished off by Hunter.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Now here's Sohan. Back to Morant. Fires the three. They get it back. Out to McCollum. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all three levels.
Here's Brown. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Brown's got 39.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Here are your Indiana Pacemakers.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
We saw outstanding focus and really good energy from him all the minutes he was on the floor. He was determined to make an impact every time he touched the ball, and he did just that. Guys on both squads could learn a lot from what he did here tonight.
They were not playing well and were in desperate need of a win. He took this responsibility upon himself, and he delivered. And here's Indiana now. It's a 16-point game. Sharp against Jackson. Sharp goes in. Pelicans cleared away. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And here's Hunter for three. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Such a shrewd player. Van Vliet knows how to support and complete the fast break.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 1:56 left in the fourth. Wiggins. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. New Orleans calls timeout. They're leading by 19.
Here comes your Indiana Pacers.
Smith, he's checked in for Allen.
Thanks, team, everyone. Show them some love. And here's New Orleans now. They have a 19-point lead.
Got it. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half.
Great work by Van Vliet. So good at carving out space on the interior.
Morant finds Sharp. Brown against McCollum. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Sharp, no good. The Pelicans lead by 21.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pelicans.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And they bounced back well from the loss they took in their first meeting of the season. They learned from their mistakes in that one and salvaged a split in the season series against the Pacers.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jaylen Brown.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Here's Morant. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago, Smith outside. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Now here's Van Vliet. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Thank you very much. Jaylen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jaylen.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
Coming up next, the Clippers taking on the Celtics. For Los Angeles, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. No doubt their sights are set high as the year rolls on. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Koulibaly is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Green. And it's Jokic in at the center. Clock at 6. Back to Koulibaly. No good from outside. And so Sexton will bring it up for Boston. Butler passes to Ayton. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Over in the corner, Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Minnesota. Butler. And it's sent back by Jokic. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Henderson outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Brogdon kicks to Horford. Pass to Sexton. Horford with it. Guarded now by Barnes. He gets that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Jokic with it. Henderson outside. Takes the three. Al Horford with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Butler passes to Brogdon. Back to Butler. And Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
And that one's good by Henderson.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. Fifth, the Clippers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Horford kicks to Sexton. Pass to Butler. Picked him clean. Here's Koulibaly. Defended by Sexton. Henderson outside. Jokic with his screen on Sexton. 5 to shoot. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 7.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Barnes outside. Outside, Green. Buries the long-range jumper.
Continuing to improve that three-point shot. Green hits this one.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Koulibaly finds Jokic. To the inside, Barnes. Pass to Koulibaly. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Jokic on top. It's Henderson on the wing. Barnes outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Horford with the screen on Green. And it's Sexton penetrating. It's hauled in by Jokic.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else. And
wow. Goodness. Man. If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what was. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Celtics trail by 9. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Stewart's checked in for 8. Reed comes in for Al Horford. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Butler. And Pippen subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Huerter gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Barnes against Reed. Here's Barnes. He had 10 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. From past the arc, good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Henderson against Pippen. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Rebounded by the Celtics. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams can see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
And the first one drops.
Known as one of the game's great three-point shooters, Huerter knows his role and plays it well.
Josh Green's checked in for the Celtics. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Jokic. Caleb Martin comes in for Barnes. Whitmore, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And Morris subbed in for Green. And Whitmore throws it down.
So there's no shortage of verticality to Whitmore's game. He makes for a big target above the rim.
Pippen against Morris. Pippen, the pass to Reed. From outside, off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
A putback. It's good on the putback. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Pass to Huerter. Inside. And Reed throws it down.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Whitmore. Martin with the screen for Whitmore. Driving to the basket. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Morris against Pippen. Pass to Huerter. Back to Pippen. It's tipped. Martin the pass to Morris. Shoots over Reed. Morris, no good. Celtics trail by 10. There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Reed the pass to Stewart. Over Martin. And here's Herter. Shot clock at 6. Pippen a screen on Henderson. Here's Herter. And the layup's good off the glass. Herter's got his second bucket of the night.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Henderson inside the three-point line. Green with the rebound.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Keeps it alive. Clippers leading by 8. Pass to Morris. And here's Henderson. Martin with the screen for Henderson. Back to Morris. Outside, Martin. Here's Whitmore. And a miss there on the triple. Boston is gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now, here is Morris. Scoreless thus far.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And here's Herter. Reed with a screen on Henderson. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Henderson. Robert Covington out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Green in at the shooting guard position. And so Sexton will bring it up for Boston. Trailing here by 8. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this week, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Green. Over Sexton. And it's Green missing. Here's Boston now. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
What's new? Green takes the hit, completes the play. Close to the line looking for one more.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jokic is checked in, and he's got his first chance at the line here. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Henderson passes to Green. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Celtics. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Celtics trail by 5. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Brogdon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Horford comes in for Reed, and it's Butler in for Green.
One thing that Malcolm Brogdon gives you is balance, both as an individual and as part of your squad. He helps equalize things out there and sets a very nice, steady pace.
Here's Henderson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on 8.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Barnes, who's checked in for the Clippers. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Clippers. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
Horford against Barnes. There's the pick. Back to Koulibaly, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Back to Brogdon. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Barnes. Fires the 3. The power of Jokic. Wow.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Here's Ayton. Sexton trying to break free. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Ayton. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Henderson kicks to Jokic. Jokic with his screen on Horford. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
For Boston, they've gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Brogdon outside. Sexton against Green. Jokic with the steal. Takes a 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Barnes outside. Henderson with the screen for Barnes. Driving inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got 5 now.
Special move from a very versatile Scotty Barnes.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Henderson outside. And the 3 off target. Celtic shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. And Sexton slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
In the always evolving game of Barnes, I like seeing him wasting no time there, letting that one go.
Henderson against Brogdon. Brogdon a screen on Green. Sexton against Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Great defense there by Green. Love seeing him use that athleticism to block some shots. Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Outside, Green. Back to Koulibaly. Pass to Green. Now, Jokic. Saw him with 29 points last game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Outside, Horford. To the middle. Here's Butler. Butler hammering it home.
Using his strength and athleticism, plays like this from Butler just motivates his team.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And a new group in for the Celtics. Stewart checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Reed comes in for Al Horford. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Butler. And Pippen subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Carter, he's checked in for Jokic. Martin comes in for Koulibaly. Whitmore, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Monte Morris subbed in for Henderson. Reed against Barnes. Pass to Whitmore. Rebounded by the Celtics. Huerter with it. 5 points in the game. Reed with it. Covered by Barnes. Now here's Pippen. Reed with a screen for Pippen. Over Morris. Stewart kicks to Reed. Pippen against Morris. Right side, Pippen goes back up. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They were hustling to get in front of every play they could, always getting a hand in the shooter's face.
Back to Sexton. Pippen sets a screen for Sexton. No good on the triple. LA's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to Barnes. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. No good. His 5th missed shot from the field. He's made 3. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Great Colin Sexton. Still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Boston making a switch here. Green's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Scotty Barnes.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to Whitmore. Covington a screen on Sexton. Here's Whitmore. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Sexton with it. Now defended by Whitmore.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Clippers trail by 4. Morris right side. Stolen by Reed. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pippen dishes to Sexton. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Here's Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
The first free throw is good. And Morris drops them both. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Clippers, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
And so it's Boston with it. They lead by 4. Andre Ayton out there with Horford. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Butler in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Hard earned by Butler.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Clippers trail by 3. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Barnes finds Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Sexton. 14 points for him. Left side, Butler. Can't connect from short range. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Clippers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside, Butler. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Brogdon. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Brogdon's got 10.
And Brogdon is used to having to overcome tough defense. That is just quality composure there by him.
Barnes outside. Henderson with the screen for Barnes. And stolen by Ayton. Henderson against Brogdon. In the paint.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Koulibaly. There's Green with the three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's Koulibaly. Henderson kicks to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Jokic. And the rejection by Ayton.
With his reach, it's hard to get anything over DeAndre Ayton.
Butler deciding where to go with it. And Ayton throws it down.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And here's Jokic. He has 7. Jokic with the screen on Butler. Back to Jokic to stop the run. And Jokic slams it in.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Al Horford. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside Butler. A shot that time, not on target. Good D by Barnes. Here's Green. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
Celtics leading by 3. Pass to Butler. Lets the 3 fly. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Butler's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now Green. He's got 13. Jokic with the screen on Sexton. Green finds Jokic. And stolen by Ayton. Inside. Here's Huerter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Boston.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Jokic sets the screen for Green. Shoots over Huerter. Green, no luck. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-4 run. Huerter passes to Brogdon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Pass to Green. Carter against Reed. Carter dishes to Henderson. Clock at 6. They kick it out to Green. Shoots over Huerter. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Green.
Oh, just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Brogdon the pass to Green. Ayton against Jokic. Pass to Brogdon. Back to Ayton. Over Jokic. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
Smooth shooting from the mid-range. Ayton knows when to look to score from there.
Henderson looking it over. Here's Jokic. pitch. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Herter. Oh, he misses the dunk. Clippers trail by 9. Henderson right side. Buries it down low. Henderson's got 10.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Brogdon against Henderson. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Koulibaly. Pass to Jokic. Over Ayton. Jokic, no good. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. And here's Reed. And here is Green. He's defended by Koulibaly. Reed finds Herter. No good off the front iron. Clippers trail by 7. Koulibaly with it. He's got 7. Pass to Green. Jacks up a 3. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Green with the ball. Green with a screen for Brogdon. Now Herter, guarded by Green. Green with a screen on Green. On deep, Herter. And that's Jokic with the rebound.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
1:39 left in the third quarter. Jokic sets the screen for Green. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Herter. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 6 assists here tonight. Clippers trail by 6. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Stewart checked in for the Celtics. Pippen comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Jokic. Caleb Martin comes in for Koulibaly. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Green. And Morris subbed in for Henderson. And it's Whitmore missing. Celtics leading by 6. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Herter. And the shot goes in. Herter's got 7 points for the quarter. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Morris passes to Martin. Carter with the screen. And it's Martin missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pippen kicks to Stewart. Trying to find Pippen. He's got it now. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Carter for 3. Green with the rebound. Morris against Pippen. In the corner. Herter with it. Now Reed. From about 19 feet. And he hits the jump shot. Reed's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Cam Whitmore is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then it's Martin. And it's Covington in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And Barnes, an all-around threat. A good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
Here's Pippen. Outside, Horford. Outside, Butler. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morris finds Martin. There's a screen by Covington. And it's Martin missing. Boston leading by 8. Sexton attacking. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And just solid at driving to the rim. When Sexton is on the attack, it just creates problems for the defense.
For 2 shots.
Free throw good, Sexton. And Sexton drops them both.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton? A crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Morris passes to Martin. Here's the teardrop. That one good for 2. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Pippen kicks to Horford. Pass to Stewart. Outside, Sexton. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Sexton's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that one against the Pistons, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Jokic has checked in for Robert Covington. Green comes in for Caleb Martin. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Morris. Here's Butler. And that one is off. Good defense by Jokic. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Pippen dishes to Butler. Pippen sets a screen for Butler. The body control from Butler. Wow.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
To the left side wing. Here's Whitmore. Here's Jokic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Pippen, the pass to Stewart. Back to Pippen. Nice ball movement by Boston. Sexton against Green. The shot by Sexton, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
They kick it out to Green. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Just 5 on the clock. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Boston leading by 7. Butler passes to Horford. Good D by Barnes.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Here's Green. He trains the quick shot. Green's got 20.
There's a nice pace to Green's game, so the pull-up, it could be a weapon for him.
Pippen down low. Henderson defending. Pippen a screen. Shoots from 14. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 19.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Jokic with his screen on Horford. Shot from the low block. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Barnes.
And you really can't blame the D there. Barnes just effective at knocking down some really difficult shots.
Here's Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Andre Ayton's checked in for Boston. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Pippen. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Barnes sets a screen for Green. Trains it from beyond the arc. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1 3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
Here's Ayton. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Feed Ayton at the right time and you will be rewarded. He's a high percentage scorer.
And Jokic throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Brogdon the pass to Sexton. Brogdon scanning the floor. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one fast break. And Green slams it in.
I know you're not going to believe it, but yes, that was strong defense by Green. And then because of that effort, he takes it all the way himself.
Outside, Horford. Back to Brogdon. Outside, Horford. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 7th assist here tonight. Henderson outside. Pass to Jokic. Over Ayton. Jokic, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Butler passes to Horford. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. The Clippers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th. 8 of 12. Jokic, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Pass to Horford. Back to Brogdon. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Boston.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, number 11, Naz Reid.
Now here's Butler. He's defended by Koulibaly. Shot clock at 5. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And the first one at the line is good.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And so Butler nails both of them.
He's upped his aggressiveness, wanting to get to the line more and doing just that.
Barnes outside. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Love the confidence from Green, showing he's got poise, taking and making big shots.
Now here's Butler. He's defended by Koulibaly. Fires from 14. And it falls over the rim and in. Butler's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Henderson outside. That three off the mark. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Reed. Now here's Brogdon. Guarded by Green. Ayton a screen on Green. Brogdon inside the line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Henderson, bounce pass from 11 feet away. Jokic, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Butler on the way. He's defended by Koulibaly. Pass to Sexton. Three-pointer, Butler. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And knew he had a look before he had the ball. Great anticipation by Butler.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Henderson. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. The quick look, no good that time. And here's Boston. They're on a 10-2 run here. Brogdon kicks to Ayton. Pass to Sexton. Six on the shot clock. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Clippers trail by 9. Anderson with it. Brogdon picks him up.
Type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
At the line for the Clippers, Henderson, 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 8.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Ayton kicks to Sexton. Ayton a screen on Green. Here's Sexton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Sexton's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
From deep, Green. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Here's Boston now. They're on a 12-3 run. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Explosive night for you offensively. You were feeling it out there.
Feeling it and taking rhythm shots. I feel like all shots that I take are going to go in because I'm so used to taking those shots, man. But for my coaches and my teammates, they got the utmost confidence in me shooting whatever shot because they know it's going to be a good one.
It was very good tonight, Mr. Buckets. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.